numbers. 22 trillion. You see that? 21 trillion. Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Our friends over here in China did it. 147 pit has been cleared. And there is a new meta in town hitting for up to 60 trillion damage per every single hit. We have the full planners here. We also have the new setup, and it basically revolves around stacking resolve ranks and scaling this with the interdiction aspect on top of all the barrier stuff that we did here. So you can see here we have a big barrier generation of 127 even without Soulbrand, and this allows us to basically have barrier generation everywhere. No more Trivial Smite, no more Soulbrand, just go with the max resolve stacks, and you can get these up to plus 13 per rank if you triple crit them. I was not lucky yet. I did not abuse the Helltide, the Horde's bug with all the Optoxide, so I'm like very low on Optoxide, and it's like super hard to basically triple crit this. But if you want to scale this build to the maximum, you want to triple crit on maximum resolve, and these give you 13 resolve stacks. And you can see here in the 147 clear, this is the new tech, they have 41, you see this like all the way down here, 41 resolve stacks, and this is giving you multiple things. So first, your resolve stack is scaling block chance, and I think it's a bug, but I'm not sure. It's actually scaling beyond 100%. You would think, okay, you have 100% block chance and that's it, but you can actually have more than 100%, and this is scaling your redirected force with the crit multiplier like crazy. Like there's basically no cap as far as I'm aware. And this is the first scaling of the resolve stacks. I thought that block was capped at 100%, but apparently it's not, and we'll see if this is gonna get changed, if this is intended, who knows. So the second thing it gives you is the Perseverance, giving you 1.5 additional damage reduction. And if you, like this guy, have 41 stacks, this thing is giving you 60% extra damage reduction. That's the third scalar, the second scalar. And the third scalar is your Colossal Glyph, giving you another 2% damage. So 41% becomes 82% multiplicative damage. So this is the three scalars. But yeah, the biggest thing is the block chance with interdiction and redirected force. Initially I thought, okay, the armored hide already gives you 100% block chance, so there's no point stacking more block. But there actually is, because it's exceeding 100%. Like you can basically have like 500% chance to block, and that is giving you multiplicative damage. So this is the way to scale crazy damage, and you still want to maintain your barrier bonus by having barrier generation area. You want to have 123, so with your Earthen Bulwark, it actually gives you 100% barrier potency. You can see here when I start attacking, and looking at my numbers and also at the barrier potency, like we're already hitting in the trillions, like super comfortable. And once these bosses are staggered, like when we have like basically our DPS ceiling, the DPS goes completely crazy here, like 3 trillion, and it's gonna go up like even more. Like I've been hitting up to like 20 trillion here with this specific build here, and you can see we have the maximum amounts of barriers here: 16,000 barriers, 16,000 fortify. Oh, we weren't even fully fortified. So you gotta like stack it up for a little bit until you have your full fortify, and then the DPS is going pretty wild for sure. You can see now here 3 trillion, boom, 4 trillion. Like it basically just 4 trillion. It basically just keeps going up, and it keeps going up like crazy, and you keep stacking it with 16k barrier. But yeah, just keep in mind you want to have 100% of your life in barrier just with Bulwark. Then we are rocking the Mystic Circle here, giving you another barrier when you're casting Gorilla skills. And we went back, no more Shackle, we went back to Ebewaka, Harmony of Ebewaka, to also have your Quill Volley be a Gorilla skill, allowing you to activate this aspect and get even another source of barrier, further multiplying your damage. Next thing, we're playing Moonrise here, also with barrier generation, and I don't even have a good roll here, but it's still extremely strong. Then we have the interdiction here. I explained the mechanic, it goes crazy, 15% block chance. If you have a 40 plus, if you masterwork everything, you have 40 times 15 block chance, giving you like 600% chance to block on top of your chance to block that you're already getting baseline from your Quarterstaff, from your Kepaleke 45, plus another 100% chance to block from armor type, plus some more from the passives. So it goes completely wild, and yeah, you want to triple masterwork the resolve stacks. Somebody has linked this to me and we've seen the gear. It gives you plus 13. So I'm missing 4 and I'm missing another 4. And that's already like 8 times 15 block. That's like more than 100% block missing from my DPS. Even though I don't have this, like if I'm doing runs, I'm still already hitting, as you've seen in the intro, for about 20 trillion of damage here. This is just me doing like 135. We've unlocked 140 now, and on 140 there is another bug that we got to talk about here. You see 20 trillion, and the DPS basically just keeps going up like pretty crazy here. Like depending on which monsters you fight, like it's always in the trillions here. So going completely wild already, even with my like not perfect stats. So even if you only have like me, like I only have 28 resolve stacks, so I'm still like, I could still get like 15 more if I get good gear and like triple crit everything. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Then on the boots, there's 2 choices. You can go with a normal boots. Ideally you want max life GA. My boots are kind of shit. But what you can also do is play Rakanov. And Rakanov will fix your resistances. So I fixed my resistances in the current setup without Tyrell's Might. Even baseline, just using res rolls on 1 ring. And then just having some res. So this is my current resistance. So I have res here. And I think I have 1 res roll here on the ring. So this actually like gives me like some decent res. And then I also have 2 armor rolls to get my armor like when I attack here. You see I actually have a bit overcap armor even. So there's like always more armor to be gained basically. And yeah, you guys can see here still like the DPS numbers are like in the trillions like basically all the time. And I'm not even having the orange numbers on right now. So they're gonna be even higher like if I turn on the orange overpower numbers. You still want to make sure that you have 275 resources. So this is a bit more harder, like because you're not having a Shaco, you're not having Tyrell's Will, and you still want to have the resources. So you definitely want to be using a Elixir of Resourcefulness and masterwork your Kapaleke. This is a very high optimized endgame build, guys. If you don't have good gear, you're not going to clear these high pits. You know, my gear is like kind of okay, but then I don't even want to see like this guy. Like he has like triple crit everything. So that's already like a whole nother gear level basically. But even if you don't have a great gear, I'm pretty sure you're gonna have no problem clearing like at least 120, maybe even 130 with this very build here. So then obviously we have Kapaleke. This one didn't really change. Triple crit on resources. We have Banished Lords. Life core skill is very good. Ring, ideally I think you wanted to make a triple crit on the max life on the ring, or res if you need, but max life is most damage because life is also giving you more damage. And then the Midnight Sun, ideally you want to have a triple crit on the dexterity. Nothing really changed here. We're still playing Jaguar and Gorilla as a Spirit Hall. Mercenary, we are rocking Rahir with Shield Charge for the Fortify, plus Rahir's Guard for armor, plus Provoke for another 1.15x. And in the reinforcement, you can either run 10% attack speed, the Barbarian, or you can run Altkin here with another 20% damage reduction, just like face tank the boss. I think I'm already at attack speed cap. So you see here when I overflow my Ferocity, attack speed bonus already goes to the caps basically. But yeah, we'll see. Like maybe there's some category 2 attack speed going on, and you actually get a bit more attack speed out of it. Then in terms of skill tree, there's a few changes here. So everything here is normal, and then we put points in Apex again, like no more points in diminishment. We don't have, I don't even have the optimal point ratio right now. This is the optimal point ratio. So we don't even need Auspicious for Barrier anymore. We're just using Unrestrained Power for another 1.125x. We get all our Barrier, not from Auspicious, we get it all from Bulwark. Just make sure you have 123 Barrier generation. So we completely got rid of those points. We got 3 points in Resilient. Again, life is more DPS of Overpower. 3 points again in Armor Tight because we don't have Shaco, so we have 3 points. And once we start attacking and we get our Prodigy's Tempo, it's at rank 5, and this one gives us the 2 resolve stacks. You see, it's 1 like baseline, but if we attack, it becomes 2. Very important for the resolve stacking. And then obviously like the 3 points here in Perseverance for the big damage reduction. And then down here nothing changed pretty much. Prodigy's Tempo, everything here is the same. If you feel like you're dying, you can use this one. But I prefer this one. Like if you don't attack something or you don't crit for some reason, you're still getting like some vigor back, especially on the bosses sometimes. And then Paragon board here. I did a couple of changes because I'm like 266 levels now. But it's basically just like populating the glyphs. So if you don't have these levels, you can just take out these points. You can take out these points here in Talon. You can take out these points here and you'll be just fine. The most important thing is Spirit in the starter board. And then here, instead of Kenny, we do play Ferminate. There is some rumors that Kenny is bugged with Convengeance. So we need a single element. You make sure that Ferminate has 150% elemental damage. Then basically capping your Convergence. Then we are playing Vicious Shield here. We have all the barrier generation, very important here, like all the barrier gen on the board. Convergence, Talon. Then up here we have Revealing with Colossal. I don't have anything populated here on Colossal, I just have it active basically. And then down here we have Sapping with the Mangarist, giving you the insane amount of resources that you need to hit the breakpoints to basically overpower every time. So that's always going to be very, very nice. And yeah, we have the full planner again here linked. And we also have footage of this guy clearing the pits. So let's just watch this. Like here, I'm going to show you some gameplay. So here there is another second bug, basically in the pits, where the monsters above pit 140 have like a max life ceiling. So you see this boss, he just spawns with half HP. And just watch this guy here. So I'm going to link his channel below. His name is Akia, and he's been the guy who's clearing 147. So that's really impressive. And you can kind of see the damage numbers. He's like hitting for 30, 40 trillion. And then here, like at the end, I think there's like a 60 trillion hit even. Like it's only a matter of time until it's going to be hitting for hundreds of trillions of damage, making Spiritborn about 10,000 times stronger than every other class. My initial thought before we knew about these mechanics was like, okay, Spiritborn is like 10 times stronger than every other class, but it's actually like more like 10,000 times stronger. Because like the exponential scaling is just so crazy. Like if there's even another class that's hitting for billions, and this guy is hitting for hundreds of trillions of damage. We will see where the class balance is going to land after those first patches. I mean, it's great that Spiritborn is OP, right? But maybe it's a little much. I really hope that we see some, like, I don't know, buffs to the other classes or something. Because it is going pretty crazy here. So yeah, watch these clears here as he clears down 146. And you see the boss spawns, and the boss spawns at 10% life. I don't think he would ever be clearing this without this bug, right? Like, so the pits have like extremely low life here. And keep in mind, you're also getting the injured multiplier from your hunter, making him deal double damage on these bosses he would normally not do. And it still takes him quite some time, because if the stagger runs out, like, you're basically not dealing damage anymore, but he still has stagger. And he kills the boss in like 30 seconds on 146. And the run just takes so long, so I think it's gonna get pretty crazy and pretty tough here for the guys to clear 150 once this bug is fixed. Like, maybe they will clear 150 with like all these like bugs stacked on top of each other. And there's also like this missing elite affixes in 150. There's missing damage reduction guys. So originally the scaling was meant to go only to 100. And there's definitely some bugs like past pit 101. If you go 101 or higher pits, you will notice a lot of bugs in those. So I don't think it's completely finished in that regard. And I'm hoping to see like a patch for this, because like once he clears 150, like no one will ever able to do this again, pretty much. At least until we figure out, you know, some more crazy scaling on the Spiritborn. But yeah, I have this full planner here linked. There's the English version in the description. There is also a Chinese version that I'm going to link here. This is the OG creator. And yeah, big shout out here to a friend of mine here who also told me about all this stuff here. And he's been sharing these Chinese clears. Toy Minjin, I'm also going to link his channel below. And yeah, the planners and the stuff goes crazy. The Quill Volley build is certainly on top of the tier list. And resolve stacking is the new meta, guys. I only have 38. And good luck on your master working. It is pretty tough to get a triple crit on these. You need a lot of souls and you need a lot of Optoxide. But it is possible. And once you have it, we're gonna be hitting for trillions and trillions of damage here. Basically on almost every single hit, especially when the targets are injured. So yeah, good luck, and again, all the planners are gonna be below. Hope you enjoyed, and I'm gonna have an update for you soon when 150 has been done. I'll see you soon, my friends. GG. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.